Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Quita from AtHomeWithQuita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So y'all have to admit that this video puts me in a little bit of a vulnerable spot. I'm about to share with you guys something that I never really shared here on this channel. I'm not typically a super huge budget girly or a person that is into sharing a lot of that types of those types of videos in terms of like sharing like personal finances. But this video is going to change that because I need to get my life together. I'm going to share with you what I mean by that. So let's get into it. All right, you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be doing my debt snowball. I'm going to figure out how I can pay off some of the debt. So you're going to see real true numbers. And y'all, I used to pride myself as this girly that never had a bunch of credit cards. And that's really all it is. And not that I'm in a bind because I'm able to pay everything and I'm on, track with everything. Everything is current. It's just that I really want to eliminate it. I want to get back to that girly that has zero stuff. I don't need credit cards. I had it for a few years now, and I realize it's overrated. Like, I don't need it. I just want to be that girly that may have one or two, and I'm able to just work within those couple, and I want them to be beneficial to me. I want them to have rewards. I want to be strategic with this whole thing. So make sure y'all hype me up in the comments, because this is going to determine whether or not I share another video like this, because I have to admit I'm super private. I do share a lot with you guys here on this channel in terms of my personal organization and how I keep my personal life together and my business life together on paper with my planning. But I'm not that girly. I'm not this girly, but we're going to change this in 2025. My whole thought process behind even sharing this is that I feel like you guys can help me. I feel like this is a community and I need you guys. So rally around your girl, okay? Because she needs your help with figuring out a strategy for eliminating this debt. And you're gonna see the number is not that much, but it's more than I want it to be, okay? It's also Freebie Friday. So the insert that I'm going to be using within this video, one of them you will receive today as a part of Freebie Friday. So I love that for you. Okay. So you'll be able to get on track with your debt if that's something that you're seeking as well. So enough talking. Let me open up my planner and I'll show you what the insert looks like. And then we're just going to go ahead and start filling it out. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do also is I'm going to come back and check in with you guys, because this is going to be a monthly thing. So maybe I'll start a little series depending on how this goes and how much y'all hype me up in the comments. And again, share your tips and tricks on how to eliminate debt. If I'm using this insert wrong, let me know. This is how I believe I'm supposed to use it, because I created it for me to be used to the best of my ability. So if there's a better way, I'm all open. I'm all ears. I'm getting serious in 2025, and it's time for me to stop paying the minimum, and I usually pay the minimum plus a little bit more, but if I really want to pay off my debt, I know that I need to do more. So help me out. Okay. Again, this is a community. You cannot offend me. I'm not so easily offended. I need you guys. And that's why this video is going live today. Okay. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay. So this is how the insert looks. This one right here, I made a little bit of changes because you guys, I want our inserts to be a little more cohesive. I feel like sometimes I'm all over the place in terms of the design of our inserts, and I want to keep them flowing and I want them to look good together. Although I feel like they do, but like for instance, this thick black line here is not on this one. And going forward, I'm trying to minimize on such harsh looking inserts, if that makes sense, because I don't feel like this is harsh, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. So that's why they look different. So this comes in our standard set of 8 inserts. So this is the insert that you'll receive as a digital download for free. And I thought it'd also be a good idea to show you how I'm using it, so that way you can have ideas. Whenever I do a Freebie Friday, I try to use the insert in that video, so that way you can get an idea of how it's intended to be used. Okay. So I popped it in my budget planner. So as you can see, the budget planner is cohesive. It has those dark lines throughout the whole entire budget planner. And so that's why the insert looks different, is because this does come within the budget planner. And then I need to have a few more different debt numbers, because there are a total of 10. and this only has 5. Okay, so just know that if you want to purchase these, then it's going to look like this. All right, so if you have more than 5 debts, then you'll want to pop some of these in. All right, and you'll have them because, again, you'll get them as a part of Freebie Friday. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start filling them in. So again, it goes from 1 to 5. I misprinted these, so it actually goes from 6 to 10, which I love for me because I was able to let it flow. But how it's going to be in the set of these is going to start with 1. Just know that. All right. So let's just go ahead and start talking through things. I'm just going to just kind of blurt out the numbers. I'm not ashamed because it's not super bad. I know that there's people that have a lot more debt than I do. And again, I feel like it's not unmanageable for me. It's just that I want to eliminate it. So yes, it's manageable, but can I get rid of it is a whole nother story. All right, so we're working with January. So we're just looking across January. This is going to go month by month. We're in January right now, so I'm going to write in the starting balances of all of the debts and then what the payment was, because most of them have already been paid for January. And then, and I do auto payments. So, and I do the auto payment for the minimum plus a little bit. And I know that that may not be a good strategy. So that's why I said I need y'all in the comments. Flood me with the comments, okay? Because some of you budget girlies, you really know what you're doing. All right, so Lowe's. I made a payment of $41. I know that. And let's see what the starting balance is. Is $11.15. So that brings me to $1,074. All right, and then my target, I know I paid $75. Again, this is all auto pay. So I need to increase my auto pay, right? Let me know in the comments. Again, I'm really asking for y'all help because your girl want to be debt free so bad, like I used to be. Again, this is all within the matter of 3 years that I had like 2 good credit cards. And then I don't know, I just started getting offers for things. And I was like, you know what? Of course, I'll take an Apple card. I'll take a Target card. And here we are. This is how it starts. This is how it snowballs. No pun intended, okay? So my Target card, let's see where we are with that. 1,040 minus 75. My starting balance was $965. Okay, same thing. 1,115. So I owe 1,040. Okay, so that's it for my first 5 debts. So as you can see, it's not a lot. It's a lot to me because I'm just a simple person. Like, I ain't rich, you know what I mean? So I can't do too much. And this is doing too much. It's just for me too, my mindset is in a place to where I just don't want anything on my plate. I just want to be a simple girl. And this doesn't allow me to be as simple as I want to be, okay? But as you can see, it's not super high. I owe $834, 1,000, 432, but all this adds up, y'all. 1,074, 1,040, okay? I want that to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, or very, very low if possible. Okay, girls credit's good. Everything's good with that. It's just, again, this is all about just eliminating debt for my own reasons. Okay, so we got this side done. So now we need to move over to this side and move forward with the other 5, which the first one is Amex. And I know, let's see, I made a payment of $63. I'm just writing that in first because I have that over here written off to the side. So let's see, 1784 is what it says I owe, and then I'm gonna add $63 to see what it was before I made that payment. I don't know if that's right, but that's what we're gonna do, okay? Because what matters is that my new balance is correct. So on all of these, I know at the end of the day that this is correct. So that's what I currently owe, okay? And of course, I know about interest and all of that other stuff, and I know that of course will come with each month. So I'm gonna just track it all on here so I can see how that looks, but I'm hoping to throw just a lot of money into the cards. I don't have like a super formal strategy with how I'm gonna do this all, in terms of, I know there's like people who say, well, pay your balance by, or this amount of money by the statement date versus the due date or whatever. I don't know about none of that. All I know is that I'm going to throw as much money into each one, and I'm going to start chip away at the lowest one first, see if I can pay that one all the way off. And then I'm going to do the next lowest, and so on and so forth. That's my strategy, but then while also making the payments on the other cards. So let me know if that's the correct strategy, but that's what I'm going to do. That's what I think I'm going to do, unless you guys tell me something otherwise. All right. So my Discover card, my new balance. I need to put my new balance. Which is $17.84. All right, so my Discover card is, I paid $234. And it's telling me I owe $74.37. So $7,671. All right. So that puts me at $74.37, which is what it says I owe. Okay. This is my highest card along with my Apple card. Now this is very much more reasonable. So I know these are going to be the longest and the hardest to pay off. I know that. And of course the interest is higher, the payments are higher, everything's higher on those. But again, your girl's managing. It's just, let's get rid of it. So if I'm thinking about that backwards, and I should actually be trying to eliminate the higher credit cards first, is that a strategy? Let me know if I just feel like the lower ones are easier to get rid of. So why not pay those lower ones first? All right, so Care Credit, it's saying I owe $18.74. Y'all, this is putting me in a real vulnerable spot right now. I have to admit, just kind of saying this out loud to you guys, knowing that I'm going to post this, I'm feeling some type of way. But I'm thinking that in the end, I'm going to win, because you guys are going to help me as much as possible. You're going to rally around me. You're going to share your tips, tricks, and we're just doing this together. And I feel like it can also help another person that's trying to get out of debt. And that's what I'm here for. I'm all about helping. That's what this channel is for. And so if I can help one person, then a win is a win. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But it just makes me feel some type of way just saying out loud what I would normally manage on my own and keep to myself, because I'm such a private person. Y'all don't really know that about me. Because I am a YouTuber, it just seems like everything's fair game and free game in terms of what you guys should know. That's how some people feel about people that do YouTube. It's like, whatever whoever you are, I should know, and that's not necessarily true, because we do have private parts of us that we don't want to share with people, for whatever reason. And it's different for everybody. Not everybody's willing to share this. Some people they do this every week. And so I think I'll probably get used to it. But right now I'm just like saying this out loud and knowing that this is going to go live on YouTube it's putting me in my feels. That's all I'm saying. So also comfort me. Let me know it's going to be okay. And that you want me to continue sharing this type of stuff, because in 2024, it's all about transparency for me. And it's all about sharing and helping. Although I feel like all these years I have been doing that, I want to step my game up And again, I feel like this is a mutual thing. This is not just me helping you, it's you helping me. And that's what I feel like relationships should be about. It should be mutually beneficial. So hopefully you feel like that's the case. All right. So again, we're working with our care credit. It's saying I owe $18.74. I made a payment of $63, which means my starting balance was $19.37. Okay, $19.37. So $18.74 is my current balance. All right, Sam's Club. I made a payment of $55. And it's saying that I owe $726, which means my starting balance was $781. Did I say $756? No, I said $726. I was about to get mad because I don't want to have to white anything out. And then lastly, my Apple Card, I made a payment of $190, and it's saying I owe $58.11, which means my starting balance was $6,000. And I'm not telling you guys because I don't feel like you need to know what my credit limit is on these cards. So I don't feel like that's necessary. I know what they are, and I know once they're paid off, and I'm gonna feel so good. I'm just trying to give you this information because this is what I need your help with. Okay, so all of it's filled in. So we have all of our debts here from 1 to 5, and then from 6 to 10, and we have our starting balance. We know what we paid for this month, and we know what our new balance is. So that's just for January. Again, we will need to come back here again for February. So let me know, again, if you guys want me to continue doing this, and I'll come back again in February. It holds me accountable again. And so a win is a win. It helps me to just kind of, I'm hoping it's going to help me to, after I see how this video goes, to just share and work through it with you guys. So I wrote all of that in. So now what I'm going to do, this side of the insert inside of the budget planner has a debt reduction tracker. These inserts are also available standalone. They'll look similar to this in that the line is not going to be as dark black like that. It'll be just like this, formatted exactly the same, except it'll be the debt reduction tracker. All right, so I want to go ahead and fill that in. I calculated everything up, and it looks like the total amount of debt is $22,000. Which is crazy. And so I'm going to put that here as the starting, 22,052. So I know some people's is a lot more than that, and that may not seem like that much to you, but to me, that's a lot. And I don't want it. Get somebody else to do it, okay? So we want to eliminate that. So I'm going to put that as the starting balance. As I chip away at things at the end of the month, I'll come back and write in what the number is for January. I could put a starting number and an ending number for January. I don't really feel the need to do that, only because we see where we started. So it's going to start to chip away at that month by month. All right. And then I'm going to come here on the side, and I'm going to start to color it in. And hopefully when I get down to the bottom, it'll be 0. Okay. But right now it's 22K. And I don't like it. Okay. So that's how it looks. I love these two. Again, you will only get this one as a part of the Freebie Friday. Maybe on another week, I'll come back and we'll do another Freebie Friday as we always do, and we'll do this insert. We'll have to see, because I usually, again, like to do a video explaining how the insert works, and that has already been done in this video. So you don't technically need another video explaining that, how to use this. It's already been done, and it's such a simple insert. And so let me go ahead and pop everything in my planner. I'm really excited about this journey, especially now that I'm going to have you guys' help, right? Okay. And so I feel like at the end of the year, I should at least be able to cut it in half. I should probably have more of a realistic goal, maybe saying I want to pay off $22,000 in the next year may not be realistic for me. I think it is. I really do think it is. If I just can cut back on some things, if I'm honest, I may or may not spend more than I should. I mean, I don't buy a lot of stuff because I'm not that girl, but there are things that I like to splurge on. And there are things that are unnecessary for me that I really don't need that I buy. And so I'm thinking if I can just kind of minimize that, then I should be able to put aside more into savings. And how I typically track that, and you guys have seen my videos before in terms of my budgeting videos. Again, not that I do them all that much. Maybe I'll start to do more on this channel, but I try to do every now and then just to kind of show you guys how to use this budget planner. Is that I come here to my weekly budget, and then I will put in my savings section down here what I'm planning on saving, I'm sorry. And that goes every 2 weeks. I talked about in a previous video how I get paid differently just because YouTube, again, this is my Fancy Plans code. This has nothing to do with Fancy Plans code, income or revenue. This is all just my personal stuff that comes in, my side hustles. And so, and through my side hustles, I am able to manage all of the stuff that I just talked about, plus more, which is a great thing, especially in this economy. And I know, people are struggling. Not that I'm not rich at all by any means. I got a lot of work to do on myself, and then just kind of getting where I want to be. I have goals. I have money goals. I have, I just, of course, would love to be more financially stable, as we all would, even if, some to others, you may look like you have it all together. And so I still have a lot of work to do on myself in terms of my finances. And so, again, I'm just kind of sharing with you where that's tracked. So once I do all of my paycheck stuff, so I come here and I do, my income breakdown, and then I do my bills here at the bottom. After I do all of this, then I come to my cash envelopes, which is typically going to be my groceries, personal stuff. And I do that just by setting a budget. I don't actually put that money in my cash envelopes. It's more of a cashless cash envelope system. I just know for this particular pay period, I want to spend this amount on groceries, this amount on personal, this amount on eating out, and whatever else I would typically write in. And then my sinking funds would be like, you know what sinking funds are, but we are saving to go to Japan. So that's kind of savings, but I put that in my sinking funds as opposed to tracking it within my savings. To me, that's two separate things. And then whatever's left over goes to debt, okay, which typically I don't write these two things here. I write that in the bills section. Because again, this just looks, my budget looks different than other people's budget. All of our budgets looks different. It's just, you just do what works for you. I know some people would only put bills here like the electricity bill, the power bill. But since I don't pay any of that out of this income, I put all of my credit card bills here. Whereas people would typically probably put that over here in the debt section. Okay, and then whatever is done after that will go into savings. So I'm typically able to save a good amount of money. And so I'm thinking what I should do, instead of throwing all of this money into savings, that I should throw it into paying off my debt. I think that probably would be a better strategy, because as you can see, I put $500 in savings for this pay period, and I put money in my cash envelopes or my savings challenges. And so instead of doing that, although I do want to do that in addition, I should be putting some of that more so into my debt, paying off the credit cards. I think so. So I think this is the move here. This is the strategy right here. So that way I don't have as much here, which is fine, because eventually I will, because all of this will be paid off, and that's the ultimate goal, right? So again, I'm just talking out loud, talking you kind of through how I'm thinking. You guys will correct me, I'm sure, in the comments if I'm thinking incorrectly. I know I have some super educated budget girls out there, and I'm phoning a friend. Okay? So this is how the inserts look. Once again, I'm looking forward to coming back here and tracking it all, taking you guys along the ride. Maybe I'll include it in maybe like a plan with me video as opposed to doing a full video about this. I don't know. We'll see how this goes, because I feel like this is going to be like a pretty short video. It's going to be, maybe 20 minutes or less, which is fine. Maybe that's how y'all like it. But sometimes I like to jam-pack videos with a ton of information. And so we'll see. Again, this could be a complete flop, and I could be like, I'm never doing that again. Or I could get exactly what I need, and you can get exactly what you need out of this video, which means, again, a win is a win. And that's what I'm hoping for. So love this insert here. I'm going to continue to track. I also love tracking my income. I need to reprint out my yearly income so that way I could track that as well, because I love seeing that. I love this budget workbook. Is awesome. I'm using it within my planner. We do also have it as a standalone coiled planner, which is very popular in our shop right now. It's fairly new, and that way you can have a full year of your budgeting workbook all in one coiled planner. For me, I pull these out and I put them on discs to save, because I like to look especially back at my budget. and that really helps me. So you won't get this as a part of Freebie Friday. Again, maybe we'll revisit this at some point. If you guys, I mean, if I feel like it would be beneficial for you guys to have this, I'm sure you would love it. And maybe we'll see if we can do another video that incorporates this, and then I'll Friday for that, because we typically only do one set of inserts, and this is how it will look for you. If you have our budget workbook, this is how it looks already. And as you can see, it still flows together if you end up popping this in. All right. I love Freebie Friday. You guys love Freebie Friday. I think it really, really helps. And our community has grown so much because yes, you do have to be a part of our Facebook community. I'm so sorry to those who do not have Facebook. That is what we're doing. That's what we're using. It just helps me to be able to better manage Freebie Friday. Otherwise, it would be a hot mess. And so to be able to just go into that chat group and post the code, post the link and all of that stuff, it's just what helps me. It's just the best way to do it, in my opinion. So that is it for this video, you guys. Again, you heard me, right? You heard me. I don't need to keep saying it. Help your girl out, okay? But I'm looking forward to being debt-free at the end of 2025. So if that is a mission that you're on as well, let's do this. Let's go. Say less, okay? Let's do this together. I feel like, again, a community is always a good idea. So that way we can share tips and tricks. We can hype each other up. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm going to tell you or help you what may. Or I'm going to share things with you that help me along the way. And then we are going to be zeroed out at the end of the year, which is the ultimate flex, right? So again, I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed this video so much so that you'll give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you liked this video, if you found it inspiring. And as always, I hope that you'll come back and catch another video, in which case I'll see you then.